want you to remember that all you are is a conduit for the divine. So, shine brightly. Play your life loudly. And be who you are. A conduit for the divine. I have had deep contemplation on this matter, and it is apparent to me that you need to know that the voice of God speaks loudly within you. Despite of any adverse encounter that you might experience, anything that would try to squash you, anything that would try to reduce you to, well, what I've called mire and scum. The voice of God within you. No matter your failings, no matter the weakness that you might feel after being penetrated by the forces that would try to silence you. The one key thing that will remain is that out of the silence is born the note. And that note is going to be heard from the point at which you play it to the point of no return. So, my grandchildren, I say to you, when it comes time for you to hit that chord, hit it hard and carry on. Now, if you were a musician, which is a good metaphor for life, the sound of that strum, the sound of that blow, the sound of that beat, it's going to be a resonance, I think, resonance. It's going to reverberate, and you got to understand it's a continuation of everything born within you, with your unique traits and your unique dependencies and your unique strivings and your unique desire, you will accompany the angelic, as we could say, the angelic choir from the heavenly mind of God. Now, these are imaginary kind of formats that I conjure up from the mire and the scum from which I've evolved. And I know that I'm only a reverberation of those voices and those notes and those loves and those fears and those adversities and those triumphs and those slaughters and those pains, those weaknesses, those fallings, and those picking oneself up from the bottom again, standing tall, going forward. You might be in the field of battle. It might be in the bliss of the sunshine. As we sing, liberty, triumph for all. And I say do it. Do it proudly. Do it boldly. Be who you are. Well, these were just some thoughts I've had on the reflections of my past and my present and the context of my meaning and my future. And I hope that the inspiration that I carry, same inspiration that you've been born with. You see, you come from your father and your mother, and they come from their father and their mothers and fathers. And, you know, we carry within us what's called genetic memory. I remember one time I was traveling with my son Isaac's mother, and she really revolted against the idea of genetic memory. It was a concept that came into my mind as we were driving. I didn't flesh it out or anything. I didn't know anything about it. But for some reason, I started talking about it, and she revolted against that concept. We had a lot of good times together. But I guess our paths weren't meant to be together for a length of time longer than what they lasted. But my son Isaac was born. And even though he didn't live with me, and even though I felt that he had missed opportunity that could have carried him further in his life, what he had was sufficient. And the spirit that he was born with, I know carries him on, even though he doesn't speak to me today. None of my kids actually are speaking to me today. But that being said, the voice of God within us carries on. And that voice is an echo from the deep caverns of the heart and mind of the Almighty. And you have to understand that we are all, every one of us, the entangled, the weaved, the clashing in the mind of Almighty God. Well, on this day, I took the couple of locks off my front gate, and I've suspended and relaxed some of the protections that I've been carrying because I won't go into all the detail, but just to say that I have had my struggle with adversity. That cannot be denied. I can't deny it. But in that knowing, each person, I realize, has their own pursuit, and as you do, it's your challenge now to go forward and to be and to play your life. And I hope to say play your music, because music is an expression that you can harness that carries the spirit. You watch the musicians on stage, and you'll see that they are captivated by the spirit that propels them. They embody that momentum and that spirit. You look at the in the time of slavery, and when the black man was basically crucified, the spirit that rose is carried on and will carry on through the ages. You know, your spirit, you know, you come from a grandfather who is an electrical engineer, another great-grandfather who is a tool and die maker, a person like me who just fix things, who tried to figure things out, a person like your mom. Well, I ain't gonna speak to that, because those vibes are maybe the vibes of the harp. Seldom heard, but precious. Precious. Well, that's what my mom was like to me. Every spirit, you know, carries on and lingers and stays and abides within you. So be all what you're meant to be and do it. Do it with a flame. Well, that's my message. I just felt inspired to say that. All right.